Alright, welcome to episode 2, I'm Ruby Raider, and we are playing the Blackwell Legacy. This is again a point-and-click adventure game with a lot of spooky themes. Make sure to check the description of this video if there's any content warning things you want to keep an eye out for, as I think things are just going to get spookier. We're following Rosangela, or Rosa, who is a bit of a shut-in, who lives in New York City, and we've sort of discovered some disturbing things about both her aunt and her grandma, who the psychiatrists believe have a degenerative hereditary dementia. Rosa's aunt was basically kept sedated by the staff, otherwise she was sort of freaking out for about 20 years, which is pretty unfortunate because Rosa was sort of about 5 when this started to happen. So we're sort of just trying to find out a bit of the mystery here, and we said we get sent some letters that were kept in her aunt's possession, so we're going to read all of them now. Dear Lauren, so you've been at NYU for 2 weeks now and have not called. I'm sure things are busy in the Big Apple, but don't forget the family you left behind. Things back home are well. Jack starts high school on Monday, so he's a bit nervous. You know how he gets. Be sure to write him a letter. He misses his big sister. I admit I am still a bit nervous about you living in New York all by yourself. But you are carrying ID with you when you go out like I asked. Sorry, Rosa? You know me, just being a mom. Somebody has to. Keep your head on straight, kid, as your dad would say, and remember that you have a family back home that misses you. Love you, Mom and Dad and Jack. Oh, so this is the grandma? Hello, sis. I'm writing this on my new St. Clair Model XV. Mom says that improving my handwriting is a lost cause, so she got me this. Keen, huh? I've already typed up a few stories on it, and this letter. Can't type for long because Dad says the noise drives him up the friggin' wall. What does he know? So how's life in the big bad city? Troy is dead boring as usual. Why'd you have to go to college, huh? There's nobody to talk to in this dump anymore. See you at Thanksgiving. Jacko. This was in 1960, so quite some time ago. Dear Lauren, well, Thanksgiving time has come and gone, and so have you. In just 2 short months, I've already seen you evolving into a capable young woman. You have outgrown this small town, Lauren. That much is obvious. Jack will be following in your footsteps soon, I'm sure. Visiting you in New York is all he talks about. Speaking of Jack, I know you're worried about him. We all are. But don't feel that's your responsibility. You're his sister and you love him, but he's got to learn to live without you eventually. You're growing up. Let him grow up too. Till Christmas, love, Mom, and Dad and Jack. This was a year later. Lauren, can you keep a secret? I don't want to say this over the phone in case Mom or Dad overhear. Mom has been acting odd lately. It started a few days after you went back to New York. She was dragging me shopping when she suddenly screamed and fainted. She was pointing at the corner of the room but there was nothing there. They brought her to the hospital and she said she's fine now, but she's been very on edge and paranoid. It's hard to explain. Dad's no help. Can you call and try and cheer her up? She won't listen to me. Just don't tell her about this letter. Just hope she's okay. So this is potentially what happened when she started to get the quotation marks dementia. Lauren, you seem concerned after our last phone call. I just want to write and reassure you that everything is fine. Let me know when you're coming home again for Thanksgiving. With love, Mom and Dad and Jack. A month later. Dear sis, Mom's getting worse. You said it best during Thanksgiving. It's like somebody is watching over her shoulder. Paranoia. She sits by herself for hours, pretending to read when it's obvious she isn't. Lately she's been covering her ears as if to keep out a sound, and closing her eyes tight. Dad's losing patience with her. He's convinced she's lost her mind and I'm starting to agree. She refuses to get any kind of help. Why can't she see that there is a problem? This isn't normal. Not normal at all. Why can't she see that? I hate to admit it, but I'm kinda scared. Scared for her. I don't know what to do. Jack. Lauren, it has a name! Mom locked herself in the bathroom this morning. She sounded like she was talking to herself in there. Well, not to herself, it was like there was somebody else there, but there wasn't. I listened, I couldn't understand it, but she did say the name Joey. I asked her later who Joey was and she got really scared. Then she got angry and said, if you know what's good for you, never mention that name again. This could be the key. If we can find out who Joey is, maybe we can save her. Oh man, okay. So literally the next month. Dear Lauren, well, it's done. The final papers have been signed. It hurt a lot, but it had to be done. Mom has now been committed to a mental ward. I have to say I'm relieved. I know how you feel about it, but you weren't there. You didn't come home to see her screaming and tearing her hair out, running around the house, knocking down everything in her way. Cuts were all over her face and the house was practically destroyed. I was so shocked I just closed the door and waited outside for Dad to come home. It was awful. She clawed at him, clawed at his face, and drew blood. It will haunt my dreams for the rest of my life. Thanks for coming out, Lauren. I don't think Dad and I could have handled it on our own. She's kind of drained us, you know. Can I come to New York and visit? I need to get away for a while. Jack. Oh boy. Congratulations! Something to come lotto. I always knew you were a smarty pants, sis. Now you've got the documentation to prove it. Thanks again for letting me stay at your place for the weekend. It was just like old times, except you weren't smoking then. New York is an amazing city and Columbia has a great campus. I can't wait to move down there in September, but until then I've got to deal with our grumpy old man. He's insufferable as always. Ever since Mom has been hard to talk to and very hard on me. I should tell him you're smoking now. Maybe then he'll concentrate on you for once. See you again soon. Jack. 2 years later. It's happened, Lauren. Just like you eventually said it would. I'm in love. Her name is Maria. She's from Italy and we met in statistics class. She asked if we could copy my notes because her hand was tired. We ended up having lunch and we've been inseparable ever since. She's incredible. She's got the most amazing red hair and I want you to meet her. I'll come by soon. Oh, I'm very sorry. This is my dad. This is Rosa's dad. Oh, this would suck to read. 3 years later. Lauren, are you alright? Ever since Mom's funeral you've been hard to reach. I know it's been hard on us, but it's been 6 months. I tried calling but you never answer. I came by the other day but you didn't open the door. I knew you were there, Lauren. I could hear you. I risked using the spare key you gave me, but you've changed the lock. Come for dinner on Christmas Eve. Maria is a great cook. We won't ask any questions, just come. Mum might be gone, but we're still here. I miss my big sister. Oh dear, so Mum passed away and something happened to her. Lauren, who is Joey? I went over last week to give you a Christmas gift. You didn't answer the door, but I heard you talking to someone named Joey. Is it a boyfriend? You see a man named Joey? Is that why you've dropped off the map, or is it something else? I don't think I need to tell you what. For God's sake, talk to me! Jack. Lauren, I know you're annoyed, but I'm not sorry. I didn't want to do it, but you left me no choice. Hiring a private detective to follow you was the only option left. He told me some odd things. You won't talk to me, but you'll talk to total strangers. You go to every far corner of the city at the strangest hours. And you talk to yourself when you think you're alone, don't deny it. He heard it and so did I. Not that any of it made any sense. That alone is disturbing. Enough, but then he saw you collapse. You were all alone in some obscure park in the Bronx and when you just fainted. He was about to call an ambulance, but then he saw you get up again and walk off like nothing happened. You're always there for me growing up. Don't shut me out, sis. Let me be there for you now. Jack. Oh, okay. She finally replies, Jacko, please stay away. Don't worry about me. There are things that need to be done and I'm the only one who can do them. Don't ask me to explain. All I can say is that I understand our mother more than ever. She was never crazy, Jacko. Trust me on this and take some comfort in it. You've grown up and you've grown tough and you don't need anyone to fight your battles anymore. You don't need me, but I'll always be your big sister, Lauren. I'm returning your letter because I refuse to accept it. No, you don't need to fight my battles. I'm not 14 years old anymore, but we are still family and that's important, especially now that Dad has died. Look, you obviously have something going on and that's fine. I don't have to be involved if you don't want me to, but I still want you involved in my life. Maria and I are getting married in November. You're coming. No stupid excuses. Jack. Greetings from Greece. If there were any words to describe the beauty of this place, it still wouldn't do it justice. A perfect spot for a honeymoon. Things have been busy as you can imagine, but I wanted to quickly write to say that I'm glad you made the wedding. Of course I'm still worried about you, but somebody has to be. You take care and stay in touch. Maria says hi.
There are some pictures stuck to the back of this letter.
Ooh. Dear Aunt Lauren. Yes, Aunt Lauren. You're an aunt, I'm a dad. Maria gave birth to a beautiful baby girl. We named her Rosangela after Maria's grandmother. She's so quiet. She hardly cries at all. I'm all set to spoil her rotten, but Maria says to take it easy. She looks just like her mother and there's a bit of you in her eyes too. And Mom and Dad. Everything our family was or will be, this child is it. Life is changing so fast. I just want to hold on to this tiny creature and never let go. The future is an exciting place and I have everything I could ever want. I don't want anything to change, ever. Jack. The Law Offices of Durkin and Goldberg, April 21, 1981. Dear Miss Blackwell, it is indeed within your legal rights to take custody of your 5-year-old niece. With the death of her parents, you are the only living relative. Please contact our officers and we will start the necessary paperwork. Sincerely, John Durkin. Oh boy. Her parents died. So yeah, it's definitely a generational mystery within the women of this family. Oh boy, that was heavy. Okay. Well, thanks for sitting through with me with that one. Aww.
That's definitely Auntie Lauren. She's looking at something off camera. I wonder what it was.
Considering the theme of this game, at least with the basic description, we can probably guess, but something spooky.
I assume that's my mother. She sort of looks like me, I guess. Other than that, she's a total stranger.
Again, really sad that they seem to have died pretty soon after she was born.
Is that my dad? He looks so young. I always pictured my dad as being older.
Kate kind of looks like a cheese wheel. But I really like the sort of more cartoony photos when the style of the rest of the characters are quite photorealistic. That was the other one, Christmas photo. Oh, this is the aunt and our dad and the grandma. Oh, I can't. Got no commentary on this one.
Hello?
Rosangelina, hi.
Hi, Bob.
Thanks so much for submitting your last review on time. For once.
Yeah.
I've got a little assignment for you today.
Assignment?
Human interest Blackwell, suicide. College girl named Joanne Sherman.
That's awful, but...
You know the Brittany house, the NYU dorm?
Yes, but...
Speak to some people on her floor. Get a word in with the roommate.
Listen.
Speak to the RA too, and hey, see if you can score a picture of the girl.
But I don't do that stuff. I write book reviews.
Versatility. Time to get out of your comfort zone. Jeremy's over at City Hall covering that strike, so you are it. Get cracking.
I hate him so much. Is freelancing for that stupid paper even worth it? I guess it keeps me writing, but oh, whatever. I'll just go over there and get it done. It's not like I don't have enough death in my life right now. Maybe this isn't a bad thing. It's like being a real reporter, sort of. My old notepad should come in handy for this.
That's kind of a lot to grab the person that does the book reviews for your paper and be like, hey, go and cover a suicide. Alright.
All I know about Joanne is that she was an NYU student who killed herself.
That's interesting, so I can connect things in the notepad. That's a really cool feature. Alrighty, well, I guess we'll go downstairs and go check it out. So, Brittany, hold on.
Ugh. I feel like hell and I have to interview college kids. Hopefully this won't take too long.
Originally I thought it was social anxiety that was making her have all these little moments, but perhaps this is the quotation marks hereditary dementia they keep talking about.
Looks like a fire alarm.
Oh no, this has got adventure game written all over it.
The sign reads Sarah Kaplan and Julie Gilberg.
Random stuff like that, it's almost always
says,
puzzle
Adrian
stuff.
Tucker, resident assistant. Just a bunch of notices. Guitar lessons, study groups, stuff like that. I'm not stealing stuff from college kids. The sign says Sandy Chen and Sonata Munier. The sign reads Amanda Fay and Karen Schreier. It's a drinking fountain. The sign says Kelly Hawthorne and Joanne Sherman. The sign says Shelley Shenoy and Sarah Elmale.
Yeah?
Hi, I'm Rosangela Blackwell.
Am I supposed to know you?
No, I'm with the Village Eye.
The Village what?
The Village Eye, the newspaper.
I've never heard of it.
It's just a small paper.
Yeah, I guessed that. What do you want?
I'd like to talk to you about your roommate, if that's all right.
Jesus Christ. I'm busy with midterms. I told the campus police everything. Do you have to bother me?
Look.
So she killed herself. Big whoop. Why is that my problem?
Oh man, okay. Cool. Very low on the compassion levels here.
So you and Joanne weren't close?
Brilliant deduction, Sherlock.
Okay.
Can you go away?
You don't care? Not even a little bit?
No, I don't. Why the hell should I? For that matter, why should you?
Not quite sure how to get through to her, but I guess Rosa does have a bit of nerve to her despite being socially awkward, so maybe we try this right now.
Will you please calm down?
Calm down? Who the hell do you think you are?
I just want to know a little bit about Joanne.
Fine. You want to know about Joanne? She's dead. She couldn't take the pressure, so she jumped off the roof.
Did Joanne act unusual before she died?
Nope. Same old Joanne. Studied at her desk all day and slept all night, as usual. Quiet as a little mouse.
Thanks for helping out.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Maybe there's a connection, but Kelly told me that Joanne's... If anyone has a photograph of Joanne, it would be Kelly. If only I could convince her to give it to me. Could Kelly have had something to do with Joanne killing herself?
Okay, so I spent way too long trying to combine all of those little things in my notebook because it told me to, and I've just had a little think because nothing was really working, and I've just remembered that we actually haven't checked any of the doors yet, so I'm hoping that some more information will come up that will make sense. Let's find out.
Home.
Okay, that's one I've already checked. Next one.
There's nobody home.
Oh boy.
There's nobody home.
Oh, please. Aha! Hello, tall man. Let's get right to the point. We've been dilly-dallying for too long and Rosa has a headache. Hi.
Can I talk to you for a few minutes?
Are you with a newspaper or something?
Yeah.
Oh, this is about Joanne, isn't it?
You know her?
Well, I am the RA for this floor. I wouldn't be doing my job if I didn't know everybody. The campus police found her around 5 a.m. this morning.
Can you tell me about her?
Well, alright. But could you leave my name out of it?
Okay, yeah, I mean, that makes sense. That seems pretty fair.
That shouldn't be a problem.
Good. Joanne's parents have already asked the dean to fire me. I don't need anyone else knowing who I am.
Okay,
What do you want
tell us about Joanne.
Could you tell me about Joanne again?
Well, as I said, I didn't know her socially, but she seemed nice enough. Nobody ever complained about her. She always had friends around her. She never had any trouble, as far as I know. Her suicide came as a total surprise.
Alright, what about the thing?
Can you tell me anything about Joanne?
She jumped off the roof. She died instantly. It was in the middle of the night. There was no way anybody could have stopped her.
Oh dear.
Make sure you print that.
You got a photograph?
Would you have a picture of Joanne?
A picture? No. Why would I?
Just asking.
Alright, what about Kelly?
What can you tell me about Joanne's roommate?
Kelly? Have you met her?
Yes.
Quite a sight, huh? But don't judge her by that. She's the sharpest kid you'll ever meet. She gets straight A's on everything.
Really?
Yep, she's pre-med.
Oh, that's nice. A little bit of a subversion there, at least.
Do you know if Joanne had any trouble sleeping?
I'm afraid I wouldn't. Her roommate, Kelly, never complained, but that's not surprising.
Why is that?
Well, Kelly rarely spent the night in her room. She only comes here to study, as far as I've seen.
Huh. Let's give us a new option. Let's check the other things quickly first.
Was Joanne a good student?
I don't think she had any problems, but of course, the pressure can get to anybody.
And what about you? Tell us all about yourself, tall man.
So how did you get to be an RA of this floor?
What do you mean?
Well, it's a girl's floor, and you, well...
Aren't?
Yes.
Well, it's like this. Someone at the registrar thought Adrian was a girl's name, so here I am.
None of the girls have complained?
Not yet. They seem to prefer it. This sort of thing happens quite frequently. You'd be surprised.
Is that really that common? Do people literally not double check their enrollments? I think if like a gendered dorm is meant to be important, wouldn't they double check though? Okay.
Do you know where Kelly
alright.
was sleeping?
No, it's not my place to ask.
I've dealt with lazy admin and stuff before, so yeah, I could imagine that.
Well, that's all for now. Thanks for helping out.
Just remember, leave my name out of it.
Okay, well, at least she was a little bit more helpful than Kelly, and we have a new option now, which is hopefully what
There's
we
nobody
need. So
home.
let's see if we can combine it with something. Maybe the contradiction. Face attorneys taught me anything?
Wait a minute. Something isn't right. If Kelly's been spending her night somewhere else, how can she know if her roommate was sleeping well or not? I think Kelly was lying to me.
Yeah, so then how would she know that she slept all night? Okay, cool. Well, let's bring it up to her. You do not want to know how long I was trying to combine those options. There's some teething issues here, I guess, but we got there in the end.
Yeah?
Your RA told me that you haven't been sleeping in your dorm.
Yeah, so?
You told me that Joanne slept in her room every night.
So?
How would you know Joanne slept here if you've been sleeping somewhere else?
Huh? Oh, well, I just assumed.
Did you lie to me?
I didn't lie. No, screw it. You want to talk? Fine. What do you want to know?
Again, the voice acting really just brings so much to this game. I really like that softening tone there, and that's just been caught out, I guess. It is kind of weird that she suddenly seems a lot more cooperative, considering it's kind of a minor sort of contradiction, but I like that though, and it's sort of helped combating the more stereotypical punk goth type vibe that she has. Then again, this is like a college, so people I guess kind of like that
So
at that
what
age.
was Joanne really like?
To be honest, there's nothing to say. She was studying political science, which is kind of cool, I guess. But she was so vanilla.
Vanilla?
You know, sweet, but not much there. Just a typical college kid. Acted just like everybody else. She seemed proud of it.
Yeah, that's fair. Successfully being normal, something that is easy to want and possible to achieve,
Did Joanne
right?
act unusual before she died?
No. Although the last few weeks she's been talking in her sleep.
What did she say?
No idea. Couldn't understand her. She swore up and down that she wasn't doing it. She looked a bit scared though.
Scared? How so?
Just scared. I didn't need the drama, so I've been sleeping at my boyfriend's place.
So you weren't here when she...
Killed herself? No, I wasn't here. Not that it would have made much of a difference. Are we done?
Okay, cool. This sort of explains her behavior beforehand and why she was probably also a bit wigged out as well. I do really like this kind of plot hook. It's really good to sort of tie it into the strange things that Rosangela's experiencing right now. Maybe the mystery involves that this girl potentially had the same problems we had, or that our aunt and our grandma had. I don't know. It's going to involve something supernatural, that's for sure, because that's kind of the vibe of the game. But I'm really curious to see how it's manifesting, because yeah, we've played a little bit so far and nothing's come up. Anyway,
Can you tell me a little bit about yourself?
Why do you want to know?
Just background info for the paper.
I don't think so.
Suit yourself.
oh yeah, that's right. We're here for the photo. Have you got
I
one?
could really use a photo of Joanne, if you have one.
Alright, just a sec. This was hers. It was on her desk. She won't be needing it anymore. Joanne's the girl on the left.
Thanks.
What do you think about Adrian? Do you find it fascinating that his name is a gender-neutral name?
Can you tell me anything about Adrian?
The RA? He's okay. He helps us out when we need it and keeps out of our way when we don't. It's the way it should be.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. That's what they should be doing. Absolutely.
Thanks for helping out.
Yeah, sure. Whatever.
Awesome. Thanks, Kelly. That was a lot easier, and now I can leave you in peace, hopefully. I gotta say, I'm really surprised that Rosangela is sort of handling this situation a lot better, considering she obviously has like some social anxiety issues and just the everything that's happened today, but I guess she had just gotten rid of her aunt's ashes. So even though this is still a pretty traumatic kind of subject to be investigating, she's doing a lot better because it's not directly involving her personal family dramas and trauma, I guess. But yeah, I guess go you, Rosa. You did a good job. Hopefully we can rest. And best of all, we have the photos, so that's literally what we need to make our little report and we can head on home. Maybe take a painkiller for those headaches.
This is getting worse. At least I have enough for the story now. I better get home.
You sure you don't want to go to the hospital, Rosa? Okay, well we can go to the Bellevue Psychiatric Hospital. I guess we can try that. Maybe they've got some suggestions, although again, I'd probably be going to the ER if you're getting them that badly. Okay, well it can't hurt. Alright, there are the lights again. I guess they just don't really keep it in good repair.
I'm here to see Dr. Quentin.
Sure thing. Go right in.
Come in.
Dr. Quentin?
Oh, hello. Come in. Come in.
Oh cool, I can ask him about the headaches. Okay, what can you tell me about the headaches? They good, bad? What's going on?
Do you know anything about headaches?
It's hardly my specialty, but I know enough. Why?
I've been getting them. Lots of them.
In your case, I'd say they were triggered by stress.
Are they usually this bad?
It varies. Over-the-counter pain medication, rest, that's all I'd suggest.
Thanks.
Okay, well, thanks dude.
I guess I'll head out.
Very well. Goodbye, Miss Blackwell.
I'll leave you to do your dark bidding, I suppose, plotting my downfall, and I'll just go and take some painkillers and have a rest. Unless more dark spooky things happen. Alright, home sweet home. Oh.
This is getting bad.
I know I say it a lot, but the voice acting is just so good. Like, I'm really worried about her, but the game wants me to go into her room, so that's what we're gonna do, I guess.
Oh my god. This really hurts. Sleep, that's all I need. I'll just type up the story and get to bed. Shouldn't take that long.
I mean, Rosa, if you're feeling that bad, at least take a painkiller, please.
There's nothing in these cabinets I want right now.
Oh, actually, let's quickly take a look at this photo, huh? Okay, so that's Joanne there. Not quite red hair, but she's got sort of like reddy brunette hair. Maybe it's a red hair curse.
I don't want to ruin
Ghosts
the
just
picture.
really love red-headed
According
people.
to Kelly, this girl
I
on the
don't
left
know.
is Joanne.
There's two friends here potentially. Or
I assume that this is a
relatives, I don't
friend of
know.
Joanne, but I have no idea who she is.
They look like good besties, that's for sure. Just three gals hanging out. Maybe potentially if we have to investigate this story further, like maybe the newspaper won't be happy with it, or maybe spooky things will happen. Maybe we can contact these people and try and find out a bit more about Joanne and her life and what might have caused her to take it. Although I would again assume that the police would be talking to these people, but who knows. But yeah, it's really sad. And again, I like the cartoony style because it does take away from the grimness of a lot of what these photos are, like little memories of people that have now been passed on. Poor thing. A happier time at least. Alright girl, well let's just quickly smash out this report and then you can at least have a nap and then maybe it'll be fine.
Right. No more interruptions. Done. Article's finished, picture is scanned, and I am done for the day.
Uh-oh.
No. What's...
Uh-oh.
What is happening? It's gone. The pain, it's gone. That was
Whew.
strange. It was like...
Is that photo glowing?
What is that? The photo. Something is different about it. I almost don't want to look, but...
What the?
No, no, no!
Well, there's the spooky stuff.
I did not just see that. I am not going crazy. No, it's just the stress, that's all. Auntie's death, work, life. I just need a rest. That's all.
Hello, bright eyes. Why do they always do that?
Alright, well what we might do is we'll end the episode there and I will join you in the next one. We'll find out what's going on, who this guy is. I'm probably not going to get many points for this, but I'm pretty sure that's the Joey from the letters we read with the aunt and the grandma. I guess we'll find out what's happening here and if Rose is alright in the next episode. Please let me know if you enjoyed this, to let me know your thoughts and theories, and I'll see you soon. Bye!